holiday, and we've really missed you. But I'll start by apologizing, for keeping you that long. And thank God we're back, right? So thank you so much. Thank you so much. We've really, really missed you, and we are fully back from the break, and we're here to stay now. So I'm glad to be here today, and I'm also looking forward that you are also happy that we are back on the Your Lead Show. Do not forget, this is 103.5 FM, and we are bringing to you the Your Lead Show. We have a special segment for you today on our program, on vision board, on creating vision board. And today we titled this session Your Vision Board. We discovered that a lot of leaders do make a lot of mistakes, and a lot of people do not follow their goals. A lot of people get demotivated in the process of setting goals, and a lot of people do not know how to make their goals come alive. So today I have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful guest that is joining us to discuss this wonderful topic. He's Dr. Joseph Iwuchukwu. Please, sir, can you say hi to the people?
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Dr. Joseph Iwuchukwu. I'm a dentist and I'm also a growth accelerator.
Yes, thank you very much, Doc. And Doc is a speaker and a coach. You know, our guest today is a trained professional equipped to help young leaders and professionals to advance their careers. So we're so excited to have you on our Your show today, and we're looking forward to a wonderful session together.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I also have here my co-host, Favor Igwe. Can you say hi to the people?
Hi.
How was your Easter break?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, amazing. Okay, so let's go straight into our session. So, what is a vision board? Because I discovered that many people, see vision board as a tool for manifestation and goal setting, but are they really effective? Are they really effective? So, what is a vision board?
Okay, thank you very much. A vision board is a tool, is something that you create to help you visualize what you hope to manifest. Now, when we talk about vision, vision simply is a mental picture of a destination, right? It's a mental picture of the destination you want to get to in the future. So a vision board means a creation, a tool that you make to help you have pictures of that destination you want to get to. So it could be, getting pictures of people who are currently living your vision or living your dream, and then you just put it out so that anytime you see it, anytime you look at it, it gives you a vivid picture of that mental destination you have. Thank you.
Amazing. So how does it work, and what is the science behind, its effectiveness?
Okay. Now, the vision board works as a tool for manifestation of dreams and vision based on the principle of focus.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. Now, how does it work, or how will we explain it scientifically? You see, there's this saying that what you focus on grows. You will notice that each time you want to, let's say you want to get a shoe, or you're thinking of buying shoes and it's in your mind all the time, you begin to notice people's shoes. If someone steps in and before you take note of any, you would have picked the shoe. It's the same thing. Let me talk about cars. When you get very enthusiastic about cars and all that, you discover that if perhaps you love Benz, all of a sudden it seems like everybody in Calabar is driving Benz. You would be seeing it everywhere. and then it now seems like, what happened? It's like everybody, this guy had in mind, everybody now wants to buy it. But it has been on the road since. But you are not seeing it because there's a system of the brain known as the reticular activating system.
Okay.
Is a filter kind of system because we come in contact with lots of information. And so what you now, it begins to sieve out what is unimportant to you and show you what is important. Now, how does it apply to a vision board? When you create a vision board, you're putting out pictures of what is important to you. Every time you're coming into contact with what you're seeing it, oh, this is where I'm going, this is what I look forward to. Your brain picks it as important. And so it gradually and subconsciously, it begins to sieve out other informations that are not in tandem with where you're going, and begins to accentuate or bring to your knowledge, bring to your consciousness things that would, opportunities, programs, everything that would contribute to you achieving that vision. It brings it to there's this thing we say, the back of your mind, brings it to the front of your mind, right? And takes every other to the back.
To the back.
All right, that's it.
Amazing. I've been watching someone for about a week now. Her name is Terry. Yeah, Terry talks so much about fulfilling your dreams, fulfilling your purpose, and almost all the time she tell the audience that she will bring out a journal and she will show the people. I said, you see this? I visualized this 5 years ago. I told myself that I want to speak in the White House, and today I've spoken in the White House. So can we say that is the kind of vision board we're talking about?
Yes. Now you see, the effectiveness of a vision board, or what makes a vision board, is the intention. It's more about the intention and the things that you put together, more than that is more important than the the exact. So it may not be exact. Let's say it must be a board that is 4x4 meters, and no. People create what is a vision board to them differently.
Okay.
For instance, I've never made a physical board,
Okay.
but I make use of my my screensaver and all that to create things that would I could see, and it would help me visualize. So what is important is that you're creating something that you can look at and visualize, and then gradually you'd manifest it. Okay, hope as long as other things are in place.
Okay, so to add up, because you've just mentioned, the techniques, the patterns by which people can use to create their vision board. Not that you like some people, they have to have this marker board,
Yes.
And keep in their room. They write out whatsoever, maybe create pictures and all of that. So, what are other techniques that can be used, in creating a vision board?
Okay, so as I said, what more important is the intent than technique. So
Okay.
technique is, I'll put it this way, is person specific.
Okay.
It depends on what works for you. It depends on what is available to you. So rather than say, I don't have money to pay a carpenter to create a board
Okay.
and get access to pictures, download pictures. That is one way. Having a physical board where you create short statements and put pictures of the things. Let's say you look forward to traveling the world. At some point, begin to put pictures of Miami, the Bahamas, all those places, or you want to speak in a TEDx event, for instance.
Okay.
You put a picture of your favorite speaker in a TEDx and all that. You see, that is one way. Now you could use technology. Technology has made things easy. I think we come in contact with our phones more than we come in contact with most other things in our lives.
Yeah.
So that is a tool you can use, right? There was a period last year for almost the greater part of last year, my lock screen picture was one of my favorite speakers and someone I look forward to. He's like a role model in the speaking industry, the coaching industry. And his picture, I looked for a picture about what he does, and that was so. Each time I look at it, it reminds me of where I'm going to, of the values. It reminds me of his values, which I adopted in at work. So that is one way. You could also, just use sticky notes and write and paste on the wall. You don't have to make a board. So you could. I do that too sometimes. Use sticky notes, write some things, or you could draw if you want to draw. And so as I said, whatever you can use to represent that mental picture in your mind, that's fine.
Wonderful. Wonderful. How favor Igwe? You have the floor.
Okay. So to add to what the speaker has said, I think I'll be using two analogies. I think even the Facebook algorithms, I would prefer using Instagram algorithms since it's really sensitive, begins to put to you what you see most often. So what you see, you actually become. If you stay around me long enough, there are tendencies that you start using the words that I use. Like the host usually says, amazing. That's amazing. So I was having a conversation with my dad and he made a statement. I was like, wow, dad, that's amazing. I was like, oh, life, you've done so well. So before you even look at the things so far off, you can look at the immediate environment and you see that what you even unconsciously focus on, your mind keeps details. Not to talk about the things that you now do intentionally. This is where effectiveness comes in. When you intentionally look on these things, you become it. It's also like creating your own environment. Being that environment is a key factor to, it's very key to what you become. So if you are beyond location, environment is the ability to put your mind in a position where it can work. I'm giving that definition for the environment I'm talking about here. So it's saying that you've exposed your mind to this capacity that you found in this person. And then your vision board is a constant reminder that these things are possible. So most times the vision board is a reminder of every single thing there is about you. It's a reminder of where you're coming from and where you should be headed to. It's a reminder of why you should not fail. Like he said, what's more important is the intent. So you might have a vision board, but if your why is not strong enough, you will flaunt. Like you would really not get the right result. Because what will keep you going in the days where you start encountering the challenges that comes with that vision? It's not enough to have visions. How disciplined are you to see that the visions you have come to life? Because times will come where your grit and your focus will be tested. It's not that you were not focused. Okay, imagine that the person that wants to buy a Benz comes to a position in his life where he does not have money and it does not look like money is coming. Will he still be able to focus on the reality of owning one someday? If he has a strong why as to, okay, I could use this to start up something, or just a why, a reason why. Maybe he wants to take out shame from. Maybe let me be more real. Maybe you want to pepper that your friend that told you that you will not make it in life. Enough drive. So it's a reminder of where you're coming from, where you're headed to, and an instrument of actualizing whatever is on your vision board is getting a strong why.
Amazing. Doc, it seems you have some.
Amazing.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah. So, Doc, I think you have something to. You were really like. Let me allow you to say what is in your mind before
Mind reader.
It's like you add mind reader to your portfolio.
This is why again it's going to take us back to environment. What environment have you created for your mind? Does it feel pressured in the positive or it feel pressured in the negative? Because pressure is not entirely bad. It depends on what you make use of it. And how you make use of it is also dependent on your exposure. right? So if you have not seen a very good shoemaker, whatever you see to you is the best that can come up. But if you've exposed your mind to beautiful art pieces, you will find out that your taste is so high that it's
Yeah.
almost insatiable,
Mm.
right? So no matter where you are at the point of your life where you're making those visions and having vision boards, your vision should be beyond your present abilities.
Mm.
And it should pressure you into doing the work. It should make you impatient with actions but patient with results.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
since you cannot take away the process from getting results, you have to fall in love with the process
Mm.
while waiting for the
I was
results,
for the
as that's
results.
where the main thing is.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Last year, why I was just thinking about how my 2024 gonna look like. I told myself, life, you have to travel in 2024. And I'm trying to relate to the environment we're all talking about,
Yeah.
creating, your environment for your vision to thrive. So what I did was I said, one, I need to start reading why. Yes, I had to use almost all my cash to get enough books,
Amen.
in January, because I want to enrich my environment.
Yeah.
Another thing is, I said I need to start doing exercise. I want my body to be fit.
Wow.
Do you know what happened? I start running to the airport every day. When I get to the airport, I'll say, this route I'm going to take very soon.
Yeah.
I
That's
relate.
it.
I'm going to take this route very soon and I'll travel very soon.
Yes.
Yes, and I start visualizing that possibility. I start, searching for opportunities that would make my vision come to life.
Yes.
Okay, so we are all telling you out there that for you to have a very good vision board, you have to learn to create an environment that will help those visions that you've written down thrive. Okay, sir. Steve Harry said something. I was listening to him yesterday. He said for about 3 years he was sleeping in his car. He had divorced 3 times. Like the wife left him 3 times, and he has lost everything he ever earned in his entire life twice. Like
Wow.
all his wealth, phew, disappeared twice. And the only thing that saved him was when he started putting his vision down, when he started creating a vision board for himself. He said at first he was writing comedy, and someone would take the comedy to the stage and pay him $5. And suddenly he met someone said, "Ah, you're writing sweet comedy for someone to go and perform. Why not do it?" And he tried it. And one day they gave him $50 and he started crying for $50 after performing that particular day. So there's a lot of misconception about vision board. I'm bringing my question to this. A lot of people are scared of writing down their vision because they feel that people is going to see where they want to go to. Either people would begin to, wish them badly, So, sir, this conception. So, can you help us out to clear up most of these conceptions that young people do have, young leaders do
Oh,
have? Yeah.
all right. Thank you very much. Okay, I think the person you are making reference to should be Steve Harvey
Yeah.
and not Steve Harris. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Steve
think.
Harvey. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so about misconceptions of the vision board. You see, first, um, let me say it here. The vision board is not a magic tool.
Exactly.
It's not a magic tool. It's not like once you create a vision board, you'll be successful. In short, for every person, let's say for one person that we hear of that, visualize, I had a vision board and it came to pass. There are others who their vision board is now their is their source of trauma. Because each time you look at it, you're like,
Oh God,
Then
10
you're
years
saying that you could do
you
something
could do
better.
something
yes.
and oh,
So that's the truth. You know, one of people I admire so much, John Obidi, said each time uh, we talk about people who manifested something. Let's say Toby. Let me use Toby for I think that was 2022 or 23. The
okay.
person who won the world record in hurdle, 100-meter hurdle. Yes, Toby Amusan also. A tweet she made almost 10 years ago resurfaced where she said one day she would win the world record, and people were like, she spoke it and now it has happened,
Isn't
or she tweeted it and now
They did not talk about the process.
you get there's a process, and there are other people whose tweets will never resurface
mm,
because they tweeted it but it did not
it did
happen.
not
Or
happen.
it will resurface as dragon.
Thank you. Now, this is not to scare you. Why I'm saying this is because this is really where people get scared about creating vision boards.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, what if I create
I
it
create.
and it does not happen?
What's
Now,
the worst that can happen?
you get. So, what I answer to someone who is struggling with that is, she said, what's the worst that can happen?
Mm.
Now, creating a vision board is to help you visualize, to put pressure on you, positive pressure, to take the necessary actions that would bring you, into fulfillment of that vision. That is what it is. So create it. It's reducing your chances of slipping into complacency.
Mm.
So it may not happen as you said it, but gradually things begin to fall into place.
Mm.
So you may not achieve what you wrote or put down that you would achieve in 1 year, but then you may discover that you would achieve far more than you
You
thought
thought.
in 2 years, because
Mm.
sometimes we overestimate our abilities in the course of creating vision. And I think it's that all that is part of the process. So you feel
That's
like
the process. The journey is experience.
yes, you feel okay by this I'll be earning $1,000 monthly, I'll be traveling the world and follow through, you know, making the steps, falling, that it has made you a kind of person.
Mm.
Because beyond what you achieve, what you get on the journey is the person you become.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have shaped your thoughts. It would have kept you from certain distractions. There's a kind of vision you'd have, and you're going towards it. You would be blind to certain things on your journey. You'll be blind to certain distractions. And so in that process, you've built your focus, you've built your resilience. And when those things, the compound effect sets in, you discover that you begin to achieve more. So you may not achieve what you wanted to achieve in 1 year, but in the end, in 10 years, you would have achieved far more than you thought. So come on, go set it. Even if at the end you have not achieved, keep looking at that vision.
The demand on your
It's
Yes.
less of demand.
That's it.
Oh, amazing. 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 Wow, 3.5 FM. Unicorn Radio International. This is your lead show. And you know what? We're bringing the best of the very best to you because we want you to succeed. We want you to begin to think beyond the environment where you are. And also, considering that in 1 week or two, school will soon resume. So we want you to start putting your plans in order so that you can get those first classes you wish for and all the rest of it. So we will go on a very short break and we will come back to you. See you soon. All right, we are back. And do not forget 103.5 FM Unicorn Radio International, your lead show. So you can join this conversation on 090 And do not forget we have a doctor here. Doctor of what? Dental surgeon.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm a
he's a
dentist.
dental surgeon, and we're so happy to have you here. We're so excited that you are here to help us, you know, and our listeners to understand what Vision Board is all about. But before I come back to you, sir, Favor Igwe.
Just
Okay, the mic is you.
Okay, so we were still talking about something before we went on the break. So to add to what the guest already said, I would say that there's no reason to be scared of your visions, or should I say announcing, not really announcing, so just knowing that this is what you have in mind. Because in the end, that's why it's a vision. If it was already a reality, there'll be nothing to be scared about. So even if you feel scared, I think the fear should motivate you to bring in these things to life. And then sometimes people are scared that people will copy their idea.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that this is why when we hammer on self-development, self-awareness, building an environment and a mindset, we might be working on the same thing, but our results will never be similar. That's because for everything I do, it has a touch of my personality.
Yeah.
If I am a
Absolutely.
careless person and I have a vision for my business, and you come and that's why you see that some people start a thing and then others come and do better
Mm-hmm.
at the
Yes.
same thing. Google has never, most of the products, they are not the first people to come up with those products. But
Yes.
once they come in, they have creative teams that come with different approach. And this should be a result of their many years in business, understanding their audience, understanding how these things work. Right? So this is why we say you should have a circle of similar minds. So that when you bring this vision to them to be discussed, you will have iron sharpening iron to bring out the perfect edges. Because some of these people, by virtue of their personality, will be able to see things from. That's why you have a board of directors and in most businesses, and you don't have the CEO sit down and take decisions. It's not because he cannot. It's respecting the individuality of everybody seated on the board of directors table and their individual inputs to the ideas. It will be a reflection of what they have learned. It will be a reflection of their experiences. It will be a reflection of their exposure. So you can steal my idea, but the journey indeed is the thrill.
Mm.
At the point where I will find it so difficult, you might find it really easy. And the side where I'll create more results might be your most difficult nightmare. So I can be a very great person at ideation. I can come up with the best
Best
ideas,
idea.
best strategies to execute these ideas. And then I'm not just that person that has what it takes to see to the end of this. But I am a self-aware person. So I know that when I come to this point in my journey, this is the side I'll get weary. I bring in
Bring
people
someone.
because I have gotten the knowledge of myself, and by exposure, I know that I don't have to do a thing and get 100% of it and fail at it. It's better that I bring in someone to take 20%, I take 80%, but the thing works. Virtue of
Mm.
exposure. You might not be that exposed. Now you might actually be the person to be better at execution, poor at ideation. But if you are not self-aware, even with my idea, you might not know what to do. You
Mm.
will not know what areas of your life to improve on. So hello, what are you scared of? Let everybody has their journey. The way my name is Favor, even if you find another Favor Anthony Igwe, our face will not be the same.
Absolutely.
So there's nothing to be scared of.
Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. So, Doc, the next question is, oh, should I say, I want you to share your story of how you've been able to manage all you've achieved because being a doctor, not just a doctor, a dental surgeon for that matter, a life coach, and all the things you. I couldn't read about it because it was very long. So
Uh,
please, can you just share your story with us because we'd love to know.
okay, okay. So don't mind that. That's by it's actually abridged. All right. So you know, somehow I think one of the things I'm blessed with that really helps me is the fact that I am good with visualization.
Okay.
Now, this makes it that whether I have a physical vision board or not, it's visualization. I have a very imaginative mind.
Mm.
Very, I could travel the
But
world.
impossible. No transport.
Like I could travel the world and in split seconds. And once I travel in my thoughts, I travel in myself. I can pick, signals, pick ideas, and quickly. Another thing that has helped, is I execute quickly.
Okay.
Now, I'm not the best at execution.
Mm.
She said it. I'm not the best at execution, but the thing is, I execute quickly. Now that already sets motion so that whether where at some point you're tired, but
You have gone too far
I've
to
gone
come
too
back.
far, and then I
Mm.
now bring in people. So these are the things behind. So maybe I don't know which of the stories I would share, but okay, let me talk about combining
I
what I
think
do.
we're having a call.
Okay, we have a caller. Let's
Mm.
take the call.
Hello. Oh, has ended. Okay, go ahead, Doc.
Okay,
Yes.
now I I began what I let's say I finished from University of Calabar, so I'm a Malabite. And then it was while here, my mind began to be, exposed, and growth came in, and I also knew that beyond the medical practice, I love human capacity development,
Mm.
you know, coaching, consulting, and transforming minds and getting people to go from point A to point B. And everything human capacity development is something I'm passionate about. And so, knowing about that, I began to expose my mind. This is where the whole vision thing, expose my mind to people already doing amazing things in the fields, where I choose to play. So in the course of my conversation, I talked about John Obidi.
Yeah.
There are also other people, Fela Durotoye, at some
Mm-hmm.
point in my nurturing 2022, where these things were just coming out more. I listened to Fela. I cannot forget the impact that he had. So at some point, John Obidi was my lock screen saver. And what it did was that if these people can do it,
Mm.
I can do it. I listened to their stories. The other people I can't mention, I took some of their trainings and exposed myself to the information from them. And with time, my mind, began to expand. I began to see possibilities. I also began to take steps in the direction of these possibilities. And with those steps, the results began to come. The results didn't come immediately. That's why I said, let's not deceive ourselves. It's not a magic tool.
It's not a magic tool.
But gradually results began to come. So I began to get influence here and there. Income began to come in. Began to get clients. People began. I remember someone began to say, was telling me a few weeks ago. It's like, just how did you get to this point? You that we know, we were all together. All of a sudden, you're there.
You're
Together,
there.
we're not doing the same thing.
That's it. We're not. I was like, we're not doing the same thing.
Okay.
Honestly, when I was building, you were not building.
Mm.
But so
You know, the beauty of or the size of the house is determined by the
The
foundation.
yeah,
foundation.
However, people do not see the beauty of building at the foundational level.
Yeah.
Does it mean that the house will not be beautiful? Obviously, no. The congratulations will not come when you lay your
When you lay
foundation.
foundation.
A
Yes.
congratulation will not come when you are at your roofing level.
Mm-hmm.
It will come when it is obvious that this is the
This
finished
is
product.
Yes.
However, what validates the finished product of
The
start.
foundation.
So it
Yes.
makes the start even more interesting and more
mm.
important.
That's it.
Wow. Wow. 0906 988 0789. We want to hear from you. I'm sure you are having a wonderful time there. Okay, before we leave, sir, how can someone stay motivated? We've established a lot of things, and the truth is, people easily forget about their vision, forget about their goal. you know, you could tell yourself maybe New Year resolution. Say, oh,
Startable.
in 3 months' time, the first quarter of the year, I want to make 1 million naira. And my God,
Go should be there in be realistic in relation to time.
so how can someone stay motivated and stay tuned to their vision?
All right. How to stay motivated? Simple. I'll talk. It falls back to what we talked about environment.
Mm.
You see, New Year resolution is on the premise of willpower.
Mm-hmm.
I will do this.
Really,
You know, New Year, you from that. I will do this. I will not do that, and I'll not. You
then you
know.
come to me and shake it.
So it's premise on willpower. And see, we are not as strong as we think.
Mm.
That is the truth. We are not as strong. You're not as strong as you think. You know, I will. Whenever I say I will do it, and then calm down.
Mm.
You have not come into certain situations. So it's how you would stay on. I'll not use stay motivated because when you're on the journey, there are times you'll be demotivated, but you must move in the midst of that demotivation.
So if you
That's it. So you have to. That's where your environment, you're creating systems and structures.
Mhm.
Usually, when I tell people how to think, I did a series. I'm not done with it for some of my students. So I told them the mental framework for exponential and sustainable growth. And I said, see, one of the ways you should think. I have an acronym GRIP. Think, grip. You're starting from the P and you work it to the G. So P, think possibility. R, think royalty. Okay, grip. So I comes after P possibility. I think institutional. Then R royalty, and then G global. When I talk about institutional thinking, I try to tell people don't think as individuals, think as institutions. And when we talk about thinking as institutions, it means establishing systems and structures. So you are a city set on you are a city.
Mm.
To think as a city,
oh my
establish
god,
yes, establish governing policies and principles for yourself, which means there should be the things we talk about like routines or those things are structures you set so that you say, okay, before I have breakfast every day, I will have read this, I would have listened to a podcast, whatever thing that is important to you, depending on your goal and vision. Create those systems so that whether you are motivated or not, you will just have to do those things.
Mm.
Every system of accountability, create it.
Mm.
Don't you are not too strong. I just wake up and create systems, structures. You are an institution. Institutions don't run feelings. Institutions run.
Mm-hmm.
We lost a head of a very powerful institution, banking institution
Yes.
in Nigeria. The bank did not stop working because Oga have died.
you just have to continue.
They continued quickly. They had a new CEO, and they would as everywhere. Just they have moved on and before should they?
The job waits because you are not seeing
let's say you're the customer, you go to get your money, you want to withdraw, you want to make transfer, and then on the app they tell you app is done because I see you dead.
And there are other people's lives that may be dependent
Yes.
on you.
So it moves. That's how institutions are not emotional. So create such structures and systems so that whether you are motivated or not, you keep moving on. And then, as I say, create environments, because as much as you're an institution, you have emotions. And when we say don't do things dependent on emotions, it doesn't mean that you should not consider or acknowledge your emotions. But that is where you now create environments where, let's say you have someone when you're down. That is why kings have advisors. Kings have people that's why I said you also think royalty. Look at yourself as a king. So kings have people who advise them. Kings have people they run to when they are discouraged. It is not everybody. You should have those people who, at times when it could be a mentor or it could even be a partner, yes, a peer, but someone that when you're feeling down, you can reach out to the person. I'm currently running an academy. I'm currently running an academy, and at some point it's a step beyond what I had done before. But I was sure of this. It came to me in August last year, and I said I'll do it this year. We started this month. Now, at some point, let me not lie, I wanted to give up. It was like there was a season we were to start marketing from February, and there was a season where that February almost everything is like all including Meta and Uncle Mark. So like everybody was against me, and I wanted to. But I reached out to a couple, about two of them. I was like, "See you." It's like I want to call this thing out, and these people were like, "No, you've started. It would be a testimony." And then at some point recently, I was like, this person reached out to me. I was like, "Thank you very much for not giving up." Because I'm felt beyond the transformation is bringing to others. I'm that this thing I thought of, this thing I received months ago, it's now a reality. So that is, have people, have systems, structures that would get you acting even when you're feeling down, and also have people who would lift you up at those even if it means let's cry together and continue moving, even if it means let's pray together but continue moving. Have that.
Just keep moving. Keep moving.
Thank you very
much. Just before
much.
you come up, Favor, let me Habakkuk 2:2 said something. Write a vision, make it play, so they that see can run with it. So you always have to think institutionally at all point in time. Know that you are the president. You have to first be the president.
Yes.
You have to know when to eat, know when to travel, know when to sleep. Just surround yourself with that healthy environment. That is the other thing that can help you become a leader of success, a leader who would succeed, a leader who would become super great.
Yeah.
Doc, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate the time you've spent with us here, and I'm sure our listeners out there are enjoying the program. Sorry that we couldn't pick up your calls. We will do that next week. So, Favor, thank you for joining the show as well. And I remain live. And do not forget, this is 3.5 FM, Unical Radio International, and we will see you 2 o'clock on the Yuli Show. See you, and do have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
Yeah.